It was hard to even speak. Finland. Hi. Hi from Finland. I'm feeling better. I'm just about to go live on Facebook. Oh. Hey guys, I'm about to start. Sorry. Hi, all the way from Nigeria. Hi. Yeah, I wasn't feeling well the last few days, so I went on a little bit of a hiatus. And plus, it was spring break for my children, and I plan to do stuff with them. But that's why you haven't seen me, is because I haven't been well. But I'm doing much better now, and I want to get started. I'm just setting up my Facebook as well. So I'm going to be on Facebook. Uh, mm, mm, let's see. Do you guys have any vocal questions? Guys, remember, I'm doing an online vocal blah, 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 blah. Let me get back into work mode, okay? I'm doing an online vocal workshop, and it's going to be April 14th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. New York time. I'm in Atlanta, but it's easier to just say New York time. And it's online. It's open to everybody. I'm going to be doing it on Zoom. When you purchase, I will go ahead and send you the link so that you can sign in the day of the workshop. It's $39, and everybody that gets on it also gets a free vocal evaluation. So, yeah, there's that. And obviously, I have my products back up now. I have, I have my products back up. I have, if you want consultations, if you want vocal evaluations, if you want to sign up for lessons, you can go to my website, delisa.com. Like I said, I'm doing the workshop. That's April 14th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. And it's going to be 3 hours. And I'm going to be able to see you guys and hear you guys as well. I think it's going to be great. So if you guys want to sign up, you go to my website, delisa.com. There's a link for workshops, and you can sign up. I'm feeling much better. Hi, Facebook. I'm feeling so much better. As you can tell, my voice is back. I'm not 100%, but I am like 97%. Like there's a cough that wants to come, but it's being suppressed. I just love these. Of course, somebody. Who's trying to call me? Hold on. Oh, I'm feeling much better. My Facebook people knew that I wasn't feeling too well. Yeah, I'm feeling much better. Hi, guys. Sorry, my reception went out because somebody just called me. Hi, South Africa. I did want to warm up my voice a little today. I'm glad you're getting better, Dwayne. Morning. Who said that, Michael? That's so funny. Michael, you will be so proud of me. I have new images. I'm not sure if they're super usable, but I have new images for you. All right, so let's get started. What's my Facebook name? Delisa Archer, Dileesa. Guys, if you want to find me, there's so many ways to spell my name, I understand, but my name is so phonetic Dileesa. Dileesa. That's it. All you got to know. Okay. I did I enjoy that ride? Okay. So I was chronicling. I am gonna get to singing. I promise. But this week I did. I was on spring break with my kids. Their dad has them today. But I did. I was with them for the last 4 days, and yesterday I went on this big. I call it like a Ferris wheel, and you have to be. It looks like you're a good 200 feet off the ground when you're doing this, and it's insulated and all that. And did I enjoy it? No. I'm glad I did it. Um, I don't do heights, and I just felt it's funny because I love planes. I'm not afraid at all. The only time I was kind of afraid on a plane is obviously going overseas, like going to the UAE, going to Dubai. I'm afraid because that's a 16-hour ride, and I'm like, are you serious? 16 hours in the air? That's just like wow. Um, but other than that, I'm not afraid of planes at all. But in a plane, you're so encapsulated that you can kind of imagine that you're not that high up. But when all you have is just a little box and you feel the wind and you start moving back and forth, whew, like I could have passed out. I really could have passed out. So, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I had that experience. I've lived here for like 11 years and I've never done Atlanta stuff. So I felt like it was cool to do that with my babies. Yes, it was quite scary. I'm glad somebody agrees with me. It was very, very. It was scary. I would imagine at night. I don't know. Maybe at night I could fool myself into thinking it's more enjoyable because you're looking at the lights and you can't really see how high up you are at night. But during the day, it was just too real. I was just like, so the only thing between me and this concrete is this little sheet of door. Nah, I wasn't with that. I had my eyes closed 75% of the time. Anyway, are you guys so excited? My voice is back. My voice is back. You think I still need some relaxation? I do. Christy, we could do it at another point today. I have a lot of open spots, so don't worry about it. Okay. Um, yes, I probably need another day of relaxation, but I'm grateful that I have the amount of time off that I did. So I just got to get to it. All right, guys. So obviously, as usual, if you have questions, let me know. Let's see. What do you have? How can you prepare your voice before having to sing, especially with a large production of phlegm? Okay, so I don't know why you have phlegm. Hi from North Carolina. I inspire you. Thank you, Joel. Good morning. I have not received. No, I haven't received the link. You haven't received the link because I haven't sent it yet. I kind of wanted to send it closer to the day. Oh, you see all that? Jesus Christ. I wanted to send it closer to the day, but you will get it. Don't worry. What I do on here is really like how I practice, how I want with my clients and stuff like that. Obviously, it's better if you're not sure. Here's the thing about vocal training that you can't get by being self-taught. You get that second set of eyes who's not just, a layman's second set of eyes, but a trained second set of eyes and ears that knows what the correct sound is, the correct posture, the correct everything is in order for your sound to be proper. You know what I'm saying? In order for it to sound right, in order for it to be good, in order for it to sound free, focused, in order for it to sound consistent, supported. Those are the things that I'm listening for as a vocal coach. And so these are things that I do every day. These are things that I did for years when I was learning. These are good warm-ups, and they also teach really good technique. So that's why I come on here, because I kind of want to expose the world to really the simplicity of good vocal technique. Even though it's simple, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's simple. And once you get trained, you understand the simplicity of it, and you can apply it to your own singing. What first vocal session with you, which time session do you recommend on your site? I don't think I recommend a certain time. It's totally up to you. If you want to do a 25-minute session or a 50-minute session when you're booking with me, some people are, I will say this, when people usually come for their 25-minute session, I will say it usually takes all of that 25 minutes for people to start. Here's the thing, your first session, especially if it's your first session ever in vocal training, you're going to feel discombobulated. You're going to feel bamboozled. You're going to walk away saying, I thought I could sing. I guess not. So that should be expected. That feeling of walking away like totally like a deer in headlights. That just happens. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how often you sing. When somebody introduces to you good vocal technique, it's usually going to go against everything that you have been doing up until that point. So whether you take a half an hour or an hour, you're going to walk away with that feeling. So it's totally up to you. But I will say it usually takes the whole session for you to kind of wrap your mind. If you're somebody who has been trained before, you've been in more formal settings, you understand how to do scales, those things are a little bit more natural to you, you're not going to have as long of a learning curve or as long of a time getting accustomed to the flow of things. Because it's definitely a flow that you have to get used to. And sometimes that takes people a few sessions to get used to that. But yeah. Hi, Wayne Anthony. You are a funny guy, by the way. Let me see. What is my, okay, Stanley, what is a typical format? Are you warming up first or Q&A? You were trying to, oh, that's so funny. I'll go ahead and do my warm up. I do normally do the warm up first. But I was just talking just now. Sorry. All right, let's see. Do I ever come to London? Yeah, I've come to London once. I've come to London once. I do want to come to London again. My passport was destroyed by my 4-year-old, so I had to get that redone, and that's on my list of things to do. So I actually sent off for it to be replaced, and I do have a few places on my list that I would like to come back to, and I've already gotten requests. I just have to get my papers in order. Okay. So let's get started because somebody wants to squeeze in a warm up. Let's do it. So this is kind of a noise canceling headphone, so I'm not quite sure how much of it you'll be able to hear. Thanks for all the love, guys. Let's get started. Don't do that. What you're really supposed to do is Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. Stop. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. So, here's a tip. I think I've said this before, though. Well, listen to the ooh where the E is. Excuse me. I had to burp. Let's do some humming sides. You guys share this video. Hi from Curaçao. Stanley definitely rebuked us. I'm going kind of high. I'm not 100%. I'm like 97. Yes, it helps with the breath. I'm looking at your comments here. I like to see your ITV. Yes, practice daily. Why not? The more you practice, the easier it is. The more you warm up, the easier it becomes to warm up. Um, if you go back to when I first even started these warm ups, because my little, I don't know, my little secret was that I never warmed up. I don't actually sing because I teach singing all the time. No, I don't even I can't even say because. Strike because that doesn't even work. My issue was because I don't sing often. I sing, in church, and that's not often. I go to a small church, so we don't do a lot of singing. And so I don't really have an outlet to just sing. So I decided to create an outlet for myself to hold myself accountable to singing every day and making sure I was warmed up every day. And I figured the way to do that would be to come on here and warm up because I do this every day, teaching other people to warm up. And I'm constantly, so I'm singing in tidbits throughout the day, but I don't actually dedicate a time to warming myself up. So this is a good opportunity for me to do that. And what I was saying is, if you look back from 3 weeks ago when I first started, my voice, like I literally had to warm up. My voice, I couldn't start at a C4. I had to start at a C3 in order to even get started. So after a few days, my voice, it became easier and easier to warm up. So that's what happens. The more you sing, and sing well is the key. The more you sing well, the more you warm up well, the easier it becomes. Good morning, Mark. Hi, Soteria. Hi from Colombia. You appreciate my way of teaching. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. I have to research apps on tone and pitch. I don't really look them up. Let's see. Yeah. So I guess now would be a good time because my voice isn't 100%. If I can feel that if I keep going, it's probably going to start deteriorating from here. And so that's the thing. When you're a singer, you have to know when to stop. Okay. And I can feel, um, yay, my voice is pretty warmed up, but I can also feel that because there's a cough that's waiting to happen, my voice is still, it's just like maybe 3% hoarse to where if I keep singing full throttle, it's only going to deteriorate. And it's not like I'm performing for anybody, so I might as well just preserve my voice and let it continue to fully heal. So let's take questions. Hi from Nigeria. Hi, Samson. From Nigeria. I am so sad because I feel like my voice isn't getting better. Well, take private lessons. Here's the thing. You can only listen. You learn a certain amount reading, okay? There's so many vocal books out there. I'm looking like, where's a vocal book? I don't see one of my vocal books isn't up here. I see this. It's an addendum to a vocal book. It's called one of the books that I read is the Diagnosis and Correction of Vocal Faults. So anybody that wants to be a vocal teacher, once you've mastered your own voice, okay, I think that's a huge part in being a vocal coach, is learning your own voice. But once you've done that, this talks about so much. It literally gives sample vocal faults: hypofunctional phonation, forced breathiness, hyperfunctional phonation, the phonational registers, postnasality, forced nasality, too bright, too dark, speech level too high, speech level too low. So many different things you can learn. You can learn it that way. Obviously, you can learn it from videos, but there's nothing like having a personal trainer that's going to, just really lessen your learning curve and possibly teach you things that you would have never gotten on your own. So if you're absolutely not improving, maybe it's time for you to take the next step and get one-on-one lessons. Let's see. Please do an announcement of, I will. I'll do an announcement of when I'm coming to London. Dubai is also in the works once I get my passport. You guys have no idea. I realized that my stuff wasn't in order when I was asked to go to France. last summer. I was like, oh my God, what happened to my stuff? So yeah, thank God. I will start traveling again soon. Be on the lookout for me over the waters. And guys in the United States, you know, I shouldn't have to go over the waters. Invite me somewhere here. So anyway, you're a guy. Is C4 considered to be a belted note? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't belt it unless I had to, but yeah. Yeah. Why not? And even for a guy, yeah. Hi, Delisa. I love your vocal analyses and your singing. Hi, from Australia. Wow. Hey. When we pay for vocal analysis, do you give us tips or recommendations? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm struggling to develop and find the placement of my mixed voice. I have a strong head voice. You guys share this video, okay? Other people need to see this. All right. Sorry. I have a strong head voice and chest voice, which I can lighten. Very good. However, I cannot find my fix. I can't find my mix to develop it. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're saying that you can lighten your chest voice, how are you also saying you can't find your mix? See, I was just talking to somebody. Certain things you just kind of have to learn to gauge through training. If your soft palate is high, if your throat is relaxed, then your voice and you're phonating properly, your voice is focused, then you should be singing in a mixed voice. I don't think the focus is to be singing in chest and trying to lighten it. It really should be singing in your head voice. That's my philosophy. Everyone's philosophy is different. My vocal philosophy is train your head voice and you will train your whole voice. Focus on singing everything light and with control lightly, and you will be surprised the amount of power that you develop. How do I feel about, someone else asked me about video reactions. The funny thing is I'm on YouTube, but I don't really watch YouTube, and I specifically don't watch YouTube vocal coaches. But I have heard about them. And what do I feel about them? I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm even funny about doing vocal analyses because at the end of the day, people are human and they know what their flaws are. They know what their weaknesses are as singers. And so, I definitely don't ever want to come off as like this insensitive prick who just sits back and listens to everybody's vocal faults, because a lot of people I enjoy, whether they are doing everything perfectly or not. So that being said, I mean, people taping themselves, I don't know. Not for me, I guess. I think that's something comedians do. Anyway, okay, question. Hi, Jada. Hi, Leedan. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Kim. Hi, Georgie. Yes, Gerald, I'm sorry. I should have answered your question I should have answered your question a long time ago. Yes, it helps with the breath, with with breath support. Hi, Carmen. Hi, Vic. Johannes, I'm guessing. You're struggling. Carmen, what say ye? What were you struggling with? I don't know how long ago you put that down there. Alfonso, Robert, Delaney. Hi, Delaney. You guys share this video. I have a question. What is the difference between placing the voice in the mask and no difference. I just say the same thing different ways. Can you explain how to do overtones? I've heard people say overtones. I'm guessing you're talking about having that ping, and that's singing in the mask. Like what somebody else just asked, singing in the mask, high placement. I wasn't trained to hear overtones, but somebody said, ooh, you have overtones. So I'm guessing what they're talking about is what we call ping, which is what you're looking for when you're resonating well. So if you want to know how to resonate well, it's pretty much everything I talk about all the time. And that goes back to something I want to say. You guys are always trying to compartmentalize singing. How do I create this? How do I? I'm not rebuking you, by the way, Gabriel. Just listen. Sometimes we try to compartmentalize singing. How do I get vibrato? How do I sing in the mix? How do I create overtones? How do I sing runs? And it's not as compartmentalized as you think. It's really like building a house. That's like saying, like, how do I put a window up? It's like, but you don't have a house. You don't have a foundation. You know, everything, it all comes together to create something. What helps keep mucus from coming in your throat? I think the better question is, how do you prevent mucus, right? And that's usually diet related. A lot of mucus is diet related. Of course, if you have bad allergies, that's just a whole nother animal all by itself. But a lot of times mucus is diet related. So you need to look at your diet and figure out what you are eating. A lot of times it's dairy related, greasy food related, sugar related, all of the things that nobody wants to give up. But when you give those things up, you will find yourself having a much cleaner system. Awesome. Bless the Lord, our King. Where do I sign up? I'm not sure what you're asking, but I'm not sure what you're asking to sign up for, but bless the Lord, our King as well. He's awesome. And Dileesa.com, DILEESA.com is where you sign up for anything voice related. And I'm doing a vocal workshop. If you weren't on here before, I'm doing a vocal workshop. And it's online. I'm going to be doing it through Zoom, where it'll be completely interactive with you and I, and it'll be 3 hours long, and you get a free vocal evaluation with it. And that's on my site under workshops. My teaching is so consistent. I've been saying the same thing. Thank you. It's so consistent. Thank you, guys. I am not trying to recreate any wheels here. I'm not trying to do any gimmicks. I'm just teaching good singing. I don't know, but the jury is out for me when it comes to pineapple juice, to be totally honest. I've been saying the same thing. Good morning. For the vocal analysis, what do you suggest we submit as a soloist? Anything. Send me anything. Thanks for all the hearts. Thanks for all the love. You guys make sure you share this video. Thank you for sharing. I'm concerned. I sing, but never analyzed singing. Hold on. I would feel totally intimidated if someone like you were in the audience. Don't worry about it. I enjoy things for what they are. I know how to adjust. You're older than me. I'm thinking as if you're 12 years old. Kids have extensive, huh? What are you talking about? I missed something. How old are you? Is you talking to me? Good morning, Dileesa. I feel like I only use part of my voice. Oh, okay. Someone else was talking. Okay. I'm like, okay. I belted a really powerful C4. I have it recorded. I don't know if it sounds great. Well, sounding good is part of what we're looking for, right? We're not just looking for hollering and we got it out. It needs to sound good. Okay, so we can have range, but we got to talk about usable range. Is it usable? Would we do it in public? Okay, that's what we're looking for. Usable range. Train your voice to be usable, not just it's there, usable. All right. You've talked pretty extensively about the transition that a singer goes through after giving birth. I was wondering how it was for you singing during your pregnancies. I loved singing during my pregnancies. I sounded amazing during my pregnancies. There was like a special oil on my voice during my pregnancies. Like, I didn't sing through my first 2 pregnancies. I stopped singing. So I didn't have the experience. But my 3rd pregnancy was great. I sang up until 36 weeks because I just knew that baby was coming any day. But she didn't come till 41 weeks. But yeah, it was a great experience. I literally sounded great. Imagine my devastation when a month later I couldn't sing at all. I sounded amazing. I recorded I Need You. I was 9 months pregnant. I can't sing that song now. I have to slow that thing down. Do we always have to bring out vowels when singing to not sound nasal? Even when singing high pitches, I really struggle with pronunciation. No, you have to modify. You got to modify your vowels, especially as you get higher. Is it even belting when it's that high? I feel like you're just resonating in a high. It is. It is. It can be belting when you're that high. I mean, for me, I could maybe belt as high as an E flat 5, E5. I know I have a video on here of me belting a G5. I have no idea how that happened because it hasn't happened since, and I try not to push it because I don't know why that happened that day. But who knows? Maybe it'll reappear one day again, like a unicorn. But yeah, this is pretty much. It truly is belting. People can really belt that high. Um, when you get super high, when you start being in the fives, when I say fives, D5, E5, up here, up there, you pretty much are defaulting to an The audience still, because you've been singing probably for however long, the audience is going to hear the sound that you are giving, but you have to adjust in order to still sound relaxed, not sound tense, and to get proper placement. So you usually have to adjust your vowels. A G5 is nothing for you, it's probably a falsetto then. G5 is nothing to him. I feel like I only use part of my voice. Do you have tips? Do I have tips that can help you access the rest of your voice? I don't really know what to say about that. I think you need to, it sounds like you need to develop your voice. I don't have tips to develop an entire voice, except you need to develop your voice. If all you can do is your one song with the 5 notes in the song, then that's not. See, there's levels to this, right? So if you could do your 1 or 2 songs and you can, like, okay, forget singing for a second. I can do cartwheels, okay? And I can do a back bend, but that doesn't make me a gymnast, okay? I can play about 5 praise and worship songs on the piano. Literally, I can, okay? You are here, healing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here. But I don't go around saying I'm a keyboardist, but I can play a couple songs. You know what I'm saying? So if you are limited, don't consider yourself a singer until you have developed your voice. All right? So there's levels to this. You may be able to sing a song or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10, but being a singer, there's a certain fluency that you have to have in order. There's a certain fluency, there's a certain versatility with your voice and an ease that you have to have in order to be a singer. Hi, Yeshua's Jewel. Okay. Yes, she has a high larynx. Being a male vocalist, I find that my falsetto lacks power. Your falsetto's supposed to lack power. It's falsetto. I think men demand way too much of their falsetto. I think your falsetto should feel clean. Whoa. I think your falsetto should be clean. You know what? When I say clean, I think it should be precise. I don't think it should sound like you're going, ooh, you know what I'm saying? And it's possible to do that. But I feel like to expect a falsetto to be powerful, I think you're expecting too much of your falsetto. It, by definition, is not going to be that. Your throat hurts. That's good. That means you have vocal therapy. Somebody said my throat hurts when I watch Christina Aguilera. Right. I have vocal empathy as well. It's just kind of like, ooh, when I hear people saying, ooh. How can one clean your falsetto? You guys make sure you're sharing this video. I'm going to be off in a little bit. I'm not going to be on here for much longer. That you have to focus on making sure, again, I say the same things over and over again. I promise if you watch this, you can literally take the words out of my mouth after a while, okay? So the way that you make sure that your falsetto is right is you've got to know your placement. You got to know how high to make the back of your throat. You have to know how agile you actually are, relaxing the base of your tongue, and you have to make that consistent. You have to train that part of, okay, so the guy that I share often on my other social media, I've only shared him once, I think, on my YouTube, but on my other social media, I've shared him a couple times. Shane, he's a baritone, but he literally would make me, first of all, for like a year. I've been with him for 2 years, and for a good year of that, he worked with me 3 days a week, and sometimes he would devote half the lesson just to his falsetto. He would make me train his falsetto from scratch as if it was a whole nother voice. Okay, so he would split his lessons in half just to train his falsetto, to make sure that it was just as supported, just as agile, just as dependable as his actual regular voice, full voice. Okay? So that's how you do it. You have to train it independently. And then what we would do is do exercises, because there is a part where his voice does break. Then you train the break area. Let's see. Your larynx hurts by hearing James Brown. Love it. People often ask vocal questions that lead to nowhere. Oh my God. All right. Oh my gosh. How do you avoid going flat at the end of the fan? Hi, Erica, by the way. I'm wondering if you're the Erica Green that I met in Atlanta at the at that festival. I'm just wondering, because her name was Erica Green too. But so last question, how do you avoid going flat? You avoid going flat at the ends of your phrases by supporting properly and cutting off the voice, then cutting off the air. Okay? So that's the answer to that question. But okay, guys, I am going to go. And you guys have a lovely day. Thank you for being here with me. What day is it today? Friday? So most likely you will not see me tomorrow, but I will see you on Monday. And okay, so make sure you go to my site. Again, delisa.com. I'm doing an online vocal workshop. Everyone that goes there gets a free vocal analysis. So it's like $39.99. 3 hours. You're welcome, Erica. And hi, Caesar. Thank you guys so much for being on here with me. Obviously, if you want to get downloadable vocal problems products, go to my website. I don't give vocal problems at all. Okay. Yeah, you want vocal lessons, vocal consultations, any of that, you can get that from my site as well, delisa.com. It's all there. I hope to hear from you soon. God bless. Bye.